All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Prescott looks to throw on first. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
So they come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit! Detroit!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Hot!
Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And now out come the Patriots. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Swing to the pit, right. To the right. Here we go, 46. 26.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Line of scrimmage. Again, the 25. Second and 10. They'll run for the first time with Sonny Michel. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a third and 10. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Prescott. They'll check this one down to Michel. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to make it fourth down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is brought in at the 21. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. The pitch to Fournette. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on 4th.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watching now, Barney.
They're going to look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Detroit!
Fournette, a first down carry. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead grows to 10-0. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On second down, Michelle. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big-time run there by Sony Michel. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On 1st and 10, Prescott. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Prescott from the gun. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. In for the score. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, 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 gun.
On third down, Fournette. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Prescott. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets them back for second down. Prescott now on second down. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 more yards there and another first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Prescott to throw it. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Detroit! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man right side is Shark. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Safarian-Jenkins. And now it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
Gun! 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 Gun!
He'll look to throw. Caught. Safarian-Jenkins, right side. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Play action now. Prescott. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's picked up by the Patriots. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. Being chased out left. And that's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
The Jaguars on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Gone! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. Fighting to stay upright. Trying to lay one up deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Michelle. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
New England on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Prescott now. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And this one hits the crossbar, and it's no good. Oh, by the slimmest of margins, they're unable to tie this game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A handoff to Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Buying time, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 47. 46.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Get some 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, 188. 26.
Prescott on 1st down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. He got 29 yards that time. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
To throw is Prescott. He's got his man on the crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A give. This is Michelle. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on third down.
Go, get out there.
On third down, Michelle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from going out in front. And he'll bang that one through. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you've met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. Shark's got it left side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Detroit! Detroit! Detroit!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. and that way you often control the game.
No. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. They'll step aside. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Here's a give to Fournette. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. So here we go now as the Jaguars will go for 2. Here's a toss coming right. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They begin with Michel on the ground. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Marcel Darius in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Prescott. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. He's got a man. Complete. Philip Dorsett by himself. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, 81 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now it's Griffin. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now RG3. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Michel. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And it's Michel once again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott to throw. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
26, 26.
They'll run it. This is Michel. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Michel, and for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. New England on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
It's coming now. 26.
On the ground, this is Michel. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. Did you expect anything less from Stephen Gostkowski? This guy, he's a machine out there, Charles.
Even in the clutch, the bigger the situation, the more likely that it goes right down the middle. And I think he just bailed his guys out in the end yet again.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won. and fun for us because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur at the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for the Patriots, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, things aren't looking